Right, well, welcome back. 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Now, theme music, or jingles, is music that's sometimes overlooked, but there is lots of skill and passion that goes into producing it. Claude Ndlovu is an expert when it comes to this kind of music. He is a composer, he's a producer, an arranger with extensive experience as an engineer. At the age of 26, he has composed more than 2,000 compositions, of which about 1,500 are active on television, film and radio. Good to have you in studio, Claude. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so where do I begin? Because you're doing so much, but I suppose a lot of people don't realize that a lot of work goes into that backing track, that soundtrack in the background that we just think is there, but there's so much thought that goes into it.
I guess the very same thing applies to the camera people. Nobody knows them, but then everybody knows Leanne, and they don't know how much work is being put behind the scenes. So it's the very same thing with theme music or background or mood music, as it's usually called.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing which is quite funny is watching. I just take a soap opera and watch it without the music, the theme music, the mood music in the background. It'd be very boring.
Yeah, I think the very same thing applies to movie. I don't think there is any movie which can actually sell without music, because music will then derive emotions to the viewers or to people who are watching that movie. So without the music, everything stops.
Yeah, everything stops. You need that background sound to get that message across. So let's start at the beginning. Brian, Claude, are you a musician? Is that your trade? Is that what you came from?
I am a composer. I'm not much of a musician.
Yeah.
I do write music for other musicians, but then I'm more of a composer, an arranger, and then I've just ventured into mixing and mastering for the past year. Because I then had to actually, from last year June, I took a break up until this year July. I was not composing due to a number of tracks which I already had active. So I was already having managerial problems, more especially with Samro, because at 3,500 songs, there is no way that you can come up with a new name
for every single song.
So that was then a problem, because I kept on getting emails. We've got 5 titles which have the very same song, but then it's not the very same composition.
Yeah.
Then I was like, let me just take a break a little. And that was it.
And that was it. So, okay, so composing is what you do, and you've done work for here at the SABC.
A lot.
A lot. I mean, I can just think of Generations.
Generations, yes.
A lot of the
Soccer Zone, SABC Sport, Ntsika, Yomzansi Love Stories, they all use my music.
So what do you do? Do you compose? Is your music already there, or do you actually sit, watch the pictures, and then compose music?
Actually, it's one important topic. I do provide library music, which producers or directors as well can actually use for free, but then they will have to fill in cue sheets and all that. And then there's music which I write to picture, or which we call scoring. So I do both of those. I do the two. Okay,
so you actually do both of them.
Yes, I do.
How long have you been in the industry for?
I would say professionally since 2008. I had a chance to actually work with Takalani Sesame, and then I was involved on the recording process of that. So then I took it from there.
Brilliant. So, again, I reiterate, it's things that we do not think about, and yet it's such a huge part. So it's more the backing tracks. Is it theme songs as well? Do you?
Yes, theme songs as well.
Which ones have you done that we perhaps might know about?
For Soccer Zone, I think I had the theme running for over 12 months.
Yeah.
Did a lot. From Zanzi Love Stories, I remember they were using a lot of my music. I can't really count them all. But then again, in 2012, I composed a song which featured Mara Lowe and several other artists, which I donated to Child Welfare SA. And then I think they also had an interview with you.
Yeah.
As part of appreciation to chances which the universe has given me. So I felt the better way of giving back is to help the most unfortunate. And also, I would also say that I would also encourage other composers as well to actually venture a lot into library music. Because in South Africa, one of the major problems is the fact that we import a lot of music.
Yes.
Only to find that we do have our own composers. And then at the end of the day, who gets paid more are international artists. whilst we are not paid more from their countries.
Yeah, yeah. So we must keep it local, and we have the talent and we have the ability to do it. So in just 6 years, you've done so much. So we look forward to watching you progress even further.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks for visiting us.
Okay,
Thanks for coming and chatting to us. Claude Ndlovu is a music composer. He comes up with theme songs. He also does all the backing tracks for some of the soapies that you've seen, for everything. Kind of like, listen to our theme song. Not that Claude did this, but this is kind of what we're talking about. It's like that fading to an ad break. You know, that song? You take it for granted, but it's there. It creates a mood. And it means, Leanne, stop talking. We need to take an ad break. So there you go. I understand the definition. See you now. News at 7 with Ayanda. Thanks, Claude.